Hey there guys, I hope you're all keeping well, and welcome back to another video. And this one's just going to be nice and short. I'm literally just out for a bit of a night ride. You know, it's one of the joys of owning a bike. Whenever you just want to get out and hit the roads, you can just, you know, jump on the bike and just go for it. But yeah, I just wanted, you know, to keep you guys updated in terms of what's going on with me and the channel. And at the moment, I am still trying to sort out this whole delivery insurance issue, which I will get sorted out at some point. It's just that I'm not willing to you know, pay £2,500 for the year for delivery insurance. I find that a bit crazy, and I'm sure a lot of you would agree. But yeah, so I am looking at, you know, getting the maybe Zego pay-as-you-go delivery insurance, just because I have a full-time job, and doing the gig economy work is my little side hustle. It's kind of like what I do on the side, and I have someone right up my backside, which is not cool. But yeah, I mean, I'll be on the road soon enough, making, you know, delivery content again for you guys. It's just a matter of time on getting the delivery insurance all sorted out. But I thought I'd, you know, just keep you guys updated as in what is going on with the channel. So I will be uploading some content, and that content will be coming up pretty soon. It's just, you know, it's not going to be delivery orientated for the time being until I can get that sorted out. And I know a lot of you only watch my videos because it is delivery orientated, and I am sorry, but like I said, I am not willing to pay that much money for delivery insurance. I find that just absolute crazy, and I'm sure you guys will understand that. But the videos that I have coming up will be released soon. I have been working, you know, around my day job to try and get all of them done for you guys, and I hope you enjoy them, you know, because I don't do this you know, just for money. Actually, I don't make any money from my videos. Now, what is this guy doing? He's taking a nice little Sunday stroll. It's not even Sunday. But yeah, I don't just do this for the money, because like, I'm not making any money from YouTube. I do these videos just because I enjoy making them, you know. I enjoy, you know, keeping you guys informed in what it's like to be a delivery driver, what it's like to be in the gig economy. But right now, you know, it's kind of hard to be making any money on the delivery scene, especially in my area, and you kind of need to be pushed more into you know, the central London locations. Even though I'm not outside of London, I'm still within London, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of quiet at the moment. Even though I haven't been on the delivery scene now for about 5-6 months, I do keep in contact with a lot of my mates who are doing this as their full-time job, and they've all been informing me that it's been absolutely quiet, and that they're struggling at the moment to kind of, you know, pay the insurance for the bike, as well as, you know, trying to keep money aside to pay for their rent, pay for their bills. And I can relate to that, you know. I mean, starting off on the delivery scene, it was great. This was when I was with Uber and Deliveroo full time, and this was just when it started. And I was on a bicycle originally. A bit of background, a lot of you probably didn't know, but I didn't have a motorbike at first. All my delivery work was done on a bicycle, and I was the only guy in the Hammersmith area at the time on a bicycle, while everyone else had motorbikes. And you know, I stuck really close with the people that I work with on the delivery scene. They all had motorbikes, and funny enough, they were all from Brazil. Like, they were all Brazilian, and it was great because I was able to stay competitive. And you know, like I do in my videos when I was making or whenever I do, not whenever I was, whenever I do make delivery content, I always share my earnings and how much I've made, because I've got nothing to hide. Whatever I make is whatever I make, and I used to be able to share that with my friends who are currently still doing the deliveries. And you know, we used to do that from the very beginning also. We used to say, oh look, we made this much money in this much time, and being able to see what they were able to make compared to what I was able to make, you know, kind of encouraged me and spurred me on more to kind of, let me see if I can beat them, let's see if I can try and make more than a motorbike can. And back then, this was early 2017 when Uber started blowing up big time. They used to pay extremely good rates. Delivery was the exact same. The delivery rates for drop-offs per job was absolutely amazing. Now, I mean, absolutely amazing. It was almost like £10 to go, or on Uber, it was like £10 just to go less than a mile, or sometimes a little bit over a mile, and that's without boost. And there always used to be a boost as well. And believe it or not, if any of you have been from Uber Eats from the very beginning, you'll also know that they used to have, you know, their map with their little surge locations, and it used to show up red on the map where it used to be really, really busy. So I always used to go to like different locations. I used to start up around Notting Hill Gate area. That was, you know, close to me at the time where I used to live. And I used to start delivering up around Notting Hill Gate first, and Bayswater and Queensway and those areas. And then shortly after then, I made my way back down towards Shepherd's Bush and back into Hammersmith, where, you know, things went really, really well, and I was making good money. But now, you know, it's really hard to stay competitive and keep that drive when you are out on the road, because with Uber and Deliveroo now, the pay rates have decreased dramatically compared to what they were. And the only time you kind of really get a boost or a surge is when it's like raining and stuff like that, and that can be, you know, demoralizing for a lot of riders. Now, I know, yeah, it's great to have a boost from time to time, but they only mainly put the boost on when it's, you know, chucking it down. You're going to get absolutely soaked, and it can be demoralizing, especially when you're on your own. You know, you're self-employed. Yes, it has its benefits, but when you're out on your own, on the road, and you know, you're getting soaked and you're out in the cold and the rain, it can be very demoralizing. But you know, you just got to knuckle down, get it done. A job's a job, and it has to be done. But it is very, very hard. And don't get me wrong, delivery work is a great opportunity for those that, you know, want to be self-employed, that want to be able to work whenever they want to work. But I wouldn't do it as a full-time job. I would not do this, you know, this kind of work as your full-time job. Keep it as a side hustle, because before, yeah, you'd be able to, you know, like I used to rely on Uber Eats and Deliveroo as my full-time job. But right now, I mean, those who are, like all my mates who are doing it, they have to work 18 to 19 hours a day just to make over £100. And the target used to be £100. You know, try and make £100. I remember in about 5-6 hours I used to be able to make almost £200. But you know, when you see that steady decline, I think it was early 2019s, that's when Uber just went right down and they started paying a lot less. And you know, you could feel it, like you could feel it a lot. It went from paying really, really good to kind of, all right, well, we're only going to pay you really good boost or really good pay per delivery whenever the weather is absolutely crap. And it really did show. And then I was like, you know what, I need to find a job or that's going to be reliable, something that's going to pay me a wage that I'm guaranteed to make a steady flow of income, because delivery work was not doing it anymore. And it got to that point where I was like, you know what, I need to find a job, and luckily I did. I found a job. It was great though to be flexible, and you know, to find that transition when you're so used to, you know, 2 years on the road of just working for yourself and you being your own boss, to working for a company where you're being told what to do and people looking and breathing over your shoulder non-stop. It's not easy, but to have this as your, you know, as a part-time job is great to make some extra cash. But I have to say, do not do this as your full-time job, because all my friends who are doing this full-time, they need to make over the £100 a day, and that's just to kind of cover their daily costs of how much it's going to cost for the insurance, how much it's costing for fuel per day, and then the rest then is obviously then to kind of cover the tax that needs to be done at the end of the tax year, and also to keep enough aside then to keep for, you know, living, because right now the cost of living has gone up as well, and a lot of landlords and stuff like that have also increased their rent. Bills have gone up, food has gone up, everything has gone up really. So, you know, in order for you to have a decent living, especially in London, you need to have money. And the delivery scene is great for making, like I've said already, making a little bit of extra money on the side. But I have to, you know, I have to kind of push, always have a job, a main job, and then have this as your side job, because if you have this only as your main job and you're only doing deliveries non-stop, you're going to be like my friends, working like 18 hours a day just to make over £100. And to do that, you know, like I could work with my day job, I could work probably about 8 hours, 9 hours, and I've made that £100 easy, and that's after tax as well, which is great. So I don't have to work 18 hours anymore, and now I can spend time with my family, I can spend time and focus on my uni stuff. And then if I do want to make some extra cash, then I literally just jump on delivery during their peak hours. And I also wanted to get onto that as well, you know, the deliveries, like when it comes to delivery work, yes, it is kind of good, you know, to kind of like know when the peak hours and stuff are, but it's kind of hard to judge it also, because not every day during peak hour times is going to be a good time. And the likes of like Just Eat now, for example, yes, Just Eat are still going, however they are using a different delivery service for their orders. I think they also have their own app as well, if I'm not wrong, but I used to work with Just Eat as well, and that was great. But you know, the pay wasn't that great at the time, but I believe they have bumped it up again, which is always nice. But with working with Uber and Deliveroo, it's kind of hard to determine when is going to be a good time, because the weekends could be good or the weekends could be bad. And especially now when it's coming up towards, you know, summertime now as well, it's going to be hard for a lot of delivery drivers, because the weather is going to keep people out, and people are going to be on holidays. And I know for a fact I will be away on holiday as well during the summertime. I am not going to be at work. I will be taking some lovely time off, and this road is bumpy as hell. I'll be taking some time off to spend with friends and family, like a lot of other people will. And you know, they're not going to want to have to get food ordered and delivered to the house when they could just, you know, spend time out or go on holiday and have a hotel where everything is inclusive, or where the food is even cheaper. So that's what they're going to do. And a lot of delivery drivers are going to struggle, because if there's no demand for the food, as a lot of you probably already know, you'll literally be waiting around for hours upon hours on end just for a job, and then when you do get a job, you're like, oh yeah, I got a job, and then you hope that you get another job straight afterwards, and you know, ain't waiting for like another, you know, 3-4 hours for another job to come through. So it is going to be hard, and I have to, you know, I have to push guys for you to get a full-time job or even a part-time job, and then you can do your delivery work on the side of that, because you are definitely not going to make enough, especially with the cost of living. And I mean, if you do make enough, then, you know, well done to you guys, well done. But it's not easy at the moment, as you're all well aware, and it's only going to get harder, because if the cost of living prices is affecting you, imagine how it's affecting other people as well. So it's not all sunshine and rainbows, as I like to always say. But yeah, I wanted to give you, like, you know, just a quick update on what's going on in terms of me and the channel. And I will be back on the road at some point, you know, making delivery content for you guys, and I can't wait. You know, it'd be good to get back out on the road doing the old gig economy work again. And I wanted to say a massive thank you to each and every single one of you who have been, you know, supporting me, supporting the channel, all those that have you know, stay subscribed to the channel. You've been absolutely amazing. And I also wanted to say a massive thank you as well to my mate Chris, who I did a video with last week. I believe it was last week. My god, how time has flown. But yeah, I wanted to say a big massive thank you to you as well, mate. You got me back out on the road again, and, you know, enjoying what I've been missing out, you know, getting a chance to ride my bike again. So massive thank you to you, mate. And yeah, take care, and I'll see you guys on the road.